Have you ever found yourself talking to your cat as if they were a person? Telling them about your day, asking if they're okay, or even venting about something that's bothering you? If the answer is yes, know that you're not alone. Thousands of pet owners do this every single day, and it's not just a coincidence. But here comes the question. Do they actually understand anything? In today's video, we're diving into this mystery to explore what science has already discovered about how cats perceive our speech, how they interpret our gestures and emotions, and what might really be going through their little heads when you talk to them like they're human. And if you enjoy learning more about your pet's behavior and want to give them a happier, healthier life, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post daily videos created with care and responsibility just for you. The human-cat relationship. The bond between humans and cats goes back thousands of years, probably to the Middle East, when the first wild cats started approaching villages in search of food, drawn by the rodents that infested grain stores. Over time, these felines got used to human presence, and humans realized that cats were excellent allies in pest control. But unlike dogs, who were domesticated for specific tasks like hunting or guarding, cats retained much of their natural independence. They weren't shaped to follow commands, but rather to coexist peacefully with humans. Even so, over the centuries, the relationship between humans and cats evolved into something much deeper, and cats developed surprising ways to communicate with us. One of the most fascinating is the meow. Did you know that cats hardly ever meow at each other? Among themselves, they mostly communicate through body language, eye contact, and even scent. Meowing is an adaptation they created specifically to talk to us. It's as if they realized that humans respond better to sounds than to subtle gestures. So they started using meows as a kind of human-feline language. And it's not just random noise. Each cat develops their own unique set of meows, with variations in tone, length, and intensity depending on what they want to express, whether it's hunger, affection, discomfort, or simply a need for attention. This ability to adapt shows that even if they don't understand our words the way we do, cats are very tuned in to how we communicate. They watch our gestures, listen to our voices, and gradually learn to decode our behavior. It's a silent exchange that builds a bridge between two species that, despite being so different, have learned to live in harmony. Cats are natural observers. If there's one trait that truly defines cats, it's their incredible ability to observe. They don't just look, they analyze. Cats spend a good part of their time in silence, watching everything around them. They know exactly when you wake up, when you usually leave the house, when you're more energetic or more relaxed. And over time, they start associating sounds, words, and behaviors with specific actions. For example, many cats know that when you grab your keys, you're about to leave. When they hear the sound of the kitchen cabinet door, they run overthinking it's tree time. And if you tend to say, "Let's go to sleep," before heading to the bedroom, don't be surprised if they start following you every time they hear that phrase. This ability to observe and learn from their environment is one of the reasons cats adapt so well to domestic life. They don't need you to teach them. They simply watch, absorb, and when it suits them, they act. That's why talking to your cat, even if they don't understand the words, makes sense. Because they're always paying attention. And little by little, they begin to understand what each sound, each gesture, and each moment means in the rhythm of your shared routine. What do they think when you talk to them like a human? Now that we know cats have developed ways to communicate with humans, a curious question comes up. What do they think when you talk to them like they're people? The truth is, to a cat, you're a very special figure. Many feline behavior experts believe that cats see their humans as a kind of giant cat, a bit clumsy, but trustworthy. They don't see us as superior or inferior, but as part of their group. And that completely changes how they interpret our actions. When you talk to your cat, they don't understand the meaning of the words like we do. But they pick up on the tone of your voice, the emotion behind what you're saying, and even the rhythm of your speech. For them, what matters isn't the content. It's the feeling that comes with it. If you speak with affection, they feel included, like they matter to you. If you speak with anger or sadness, they sense that something's wrong, and depending on their personality, they might pull away or even try to comfort you. It's as if, When they hear your voice, they're decoding an emotional language. They don't understand what you're saying, but they understand that you're reaching out, that you're sharing something, and that they're part of it. And many cats enjoy this kind of interaction. They get used to your voice, your way of speaking, and they look forward to those moments. Benefits of talking to your cat. Talking to your cat might seem like a sweet little habit, but it actually brings real benefits for both you and your feline friend. For humans, interacting with cats, whether through conversation, cuddles, or simply being near them, is a way to relieve stress, organize thoughts, and even feel less alone. It's as if your cat becomes a silent confidant, always present, always ready to listen without judgment. And that has a direct impact on emotional health. Studies show that frequent interactions with pets can reduce anxiety, improve mood, and even strengthen the immune system. This happens because physical contact with cats stimulates the release of serotonin and dopamine, neurotransmitters linked to well-being, while lowering cortisol levels, the stress hormone. A cat's purring, for example, is considered a natural source of relaxation, capable of calming the nervous system and creating a sense of comfort. Other studies have measured oxytocin levels, the so-called love hormone, in people's saliva after brief interactions with their cats. The results showed that simply petting a cat or speaking to them in a gentle tone significantly increased levels of this hormone, which is directly connected to feelings of trust, affection, and relaxation. But what about the cat? What do they get out of it? For cats, hearing your voice regularly creates a sense of safety. They recognize the sound as something familiar and comforting. When you talk to them during daily routines, like feeding, grooming, or even just sitting beside them, you're building a foundation of trust. They learn that your presence is consistent, your voice is a signal of comfort, and that they're an important part of your life. Some cats even develop specific responses to their owner's voice. They might meow back, come closer, purr, or slowly blink, which is a sign of affection in feline language. These behaviors show that communication, even if it's not verbal in the human sense, is definitely happening. So next time you talk to your cat, remember, you're not just speaking to an animal. You're strengthening a bond, creating an emotional bridge that they understand in their own way. And that in itself is a powerful form of love. Talking to your cat is more than just a quirky habit. It's a way to deepen your connection, build a routine filled with affection, and show them that they're part of your story. And they return that love in their own way, with a look, a purr, a soft meow, or simply by sitting quietly beside you. Now we want to hear from you. What are your conversations with your cat like? Do they respond in any way? Do you have a funny or touching story to share? Leave it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, share it with other animal lovers like you. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video about the fascinating behavior of our beloved pets. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.